mate. Blind as a fucking bat. Today we're off on a little ride. The weapon.
GPS signal lost.
The weapon of choice today is the Begode Master. So I've well, the wheel's up to about 75% charge, and the cameras are charged. I've got EUC world running, got all the gear on, so we're ready to go pretty much. So the intention is to film with the 360. I'm not going to film the whole trip with the 360. I'm not sure the batteries, well, the main reason, it's not about the batteries really, the main reason is I filmed the first part of my journey so often, I could do it in B-roll. There we go. So let's put this glove back on again. But so I've got the GoPro on the helmet, and I've got the 360 on the selfie stick. So when we get into the prettier part of the ride, I'll go on to that. This is one of the things of riding, is the safety gear. It can be a bit of a pain in the neck, to be honest, but you sure will be pleased you did it if you fall off. Okay. Right.
Speed 10 kilometers per hour. Distance.
Right, I think the first thing to do
Battery.
is just get acclimatised to being on the thing.
Low battery. 72%. 7 minutes from start. Recording active. Data logging active. 22 kilometers per hour. Distance 250 meters. Battery 62%. Low battery 72%. 8 minutes from start. Tour recording active. Data logging active.
Right, we've got EUC world running, and it's recording the tour as well.
Speed 11 kilometers per hour. Distance 6 kilometers.
Right, so we're on.
Battery 59%. Phone battery 62%. 36 minutes from start. Tour recording active. Data logging active.
You're right. Right, you're right.
Speed 15 kilometers per hour. Distance 6 kilometers. 300 meters. Battery 58%. Phone battery 61%. 37 minutes from start.
Right.
Tour recording active.
There you
Data
go.
logging active.
You're right. Right. So, apart from going for a ride, I did have a subject for this trip, and this is not getting enough practice in. I mean, I have not been riding enough. I mean, terrible. You're right.
Speed
No, I've been really bad. I mean, I can make my excuses, but
Distance, 6 kilometers.
I just haven't been
600
riding, and that
Battery,
means you don't get the
56%.
practice,
Phone
and
battery,
that means you notice that when you go back on the wheel
38
again,
minutes from start.
especially on this one.
Tour recording active. Data logging active.
You're right. You're right. So yeah, you do notice. Oop. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's not a good thing, and I don't know why, because it's such a pleasure riding. I mean, actual fact, I've noticed I've done a couple of miles now and I'm already feeling happier. But on the Master, I go back to and down not to mount the thing, and I always did have trouble with the Master because of the high foot plates and the weight of the thing. But you know, I'm having trouble getting up on the thing again, and that's, you know, I've been riding long enough not to be having those troubles really. You're right. Oh, you have one of these as a good toy. Yeah, you'd like one of these. Oop, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, so there you have it. You're right. Toys.
How cool is that?
Speed 16 kilometers per hour. Distance 7 kilometers, 200 meters. Battery 55%. Phone battery 61%. 40 minutes from start. Tour recording active. Data logging active.
Right.
GPS signal lost.
Oh, this is easier.
GPS signal regained.
Right, got EUC World running. Right. So always slow well up for people, because it's not that I can't ride past them faster, but you don't want to frighten them or even startle them, and that might frighten them.
27 kilometers per hour. Distance 7 kilometers, 600 meters. Battery 54%. Phone battery.
So battery's down to
60%.
54%. That's because I didn't charge it last time I put it away. I don't like leaving it at full charge. Having said that, you've got to full charge it from time to time so the BMS levels the batteries. You're right.
Hello.
Hi. So today we're making our way to Porthleven. We're filming on the Insta360, as you can see.
GPS signal lost. GPS signal regained.
Hello.
Speed
You're right.
17 kilometers per hour.
Hello.
Distance 8 kilometers.
Yeah, it's
Battery,
almost a bike. It's got a wheel missing.
Phone battery 60%. 42 minutes from start. Tour recording active. Data logging active. GPS signal lost.
Right.
GPS signal regained. GPS signal lost. GPS signal regained.
Right. Oh, toys. Hey, bumpy this bit. Right, let's keep going.
Speed 24 kilometers per hour. Distance 8 kilometers, 300 meters.
So yeah, out of practice. Lovely day for a ride.
Phone battery.
Got a couple of little jobs done this morning.
3 minutes from start. Tour recording
So
active.
I've got myself a reel-to-reel, really, you know, 1979 Technics RS 1506, if you want to look it up. but it's got 10.5-inch reels, Technics high-end reel-to-reel tape recorder from about 1979. So we've got that all going, bought some tape, recorded some music on it. It's all time consuming, but it's a lot of fun. Quality is outstanding, by the way. 79. Got a decent amp and speakers, you can hear it as well.
26 kilometers per hour. Distance 8 kilometers, 700 meters. Battery 52%. Phone battery 59%. 44 minutes
Right.
from start. Tour recording active. Data logging active.
That was a fair jump. I think, yeah, I think the shop needs a bit more air because I've got a nice soft ride, but I've bottomed out a couple of times. And I checked the tyre pressure and that was low, but I didn't think to check the shop, and I should have done really. Still, it's alright. You know, just be careful on the curbs and things. So there's a twiddly bit now.
Speed 17 kilometers per hour. Distance 9 kilometers. Battery 49%. Phone battery 59%. 45 minutes from start. Tour recording active. Data
So this is one of the,
active.
this bit ramp here is probably the steepest bit of the course. It makes me a little bit nervous because it's the steepest and it's got this really sharp turn in it. I mean, I should be alright, it's fine, but it just makes me think a little bit more. Going down's harder than going up. So see, that's my real hate. The thing I don't like the most is steep downhill gradients with tight turns in them. That really does throw me.
Speed 15 kilometers per hour. Distance 9 kilometers, 300 meters. Battery 47%. Phone battery 58%. 46 minutes from start. Tour recording active.
Hey,
Talking active.
hey, mate! Blind as a fucking bat. Blind as a bat. Blind as a fucking bat.
Speed 32 kilometers per hour. Distance 9 kilometers.
Can you imagine?
600 meters. Battery
I mean, it couldn't be easier to
battery
couldn't be easier to see, could I? But this is what you have to deal with.
recording active.
You got people, they're bloody driving, they're half asleep. Anyway, one born every minute, and it's bumpy. Right, so this is Porthleven. It's a very nice way into Porthleven because it takes you along the road by the sea. I mean, you can't see the sea all the time because of the houses, but still a nice route into town. It's better than the other way.
Speed
So this is the bumpy bit, cobbles.
Phone battery, 57%.
Very bumpy.
1 minutes from start. Tour recording active. Data
Ooh,
logging
very,
active.
very bumpy. Oh, strict. Ooh, bumpy, 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 bumpy. Oh.
11 kilometers per hour.
God.
10 kilometers.
Oh, that's better. Too bumpy. Very bumpy.
57%.
Toys. These toys. Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Right. I think we'll do that. Ooh. Doesn't get any lighter. It doesn't get any lighter.
That's interesting.
Electric. It's an electric unicycle.
God, I've not seen one of them.
Yeah. So I just came from Helston on it.
Have you been doing it for a long time?
A couple of years, although this is my new machine, so
Can you go on the road with it?
yeah, it'll do 50 mile an hour usually. Not with me on it, mind,
God.
but it will. No, anything once
What
I
about in the wind?
the wind, yeah, you have to. It blows you. It's like a bicycle. It'll push you. The wind will push you.
Yeah. Interesting.
Right. It's all very well putting the gear all on, but you have to take it all off again. Right gents, well, I'm going to have something to eat. So let's... Okay, so We're in Porthleven. Got the Begode Master, which has been behaving itself pretty good. A bit dusty. Cup of tea. So what I've done is I've ordered myself an all-day breakfast. So the Begode Master, I haven't charged it for a while because I haven't ridden it for a while. I charged it up to about 75%, and then I think I've ridden it down to about 50%. So I don't know. It lost a good bit of its charge very quickly because I guess the cells weren't under any strain. They just kind of recovered to a high voltage, even though the charge wasn't really there. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, the shock has gone a bit soft. I have to put some air in that. The tyre I pumped up to 30 psi. But yeah, out of practice, very naughty. Last unicycle I rode was the SAT. This one I find more difficult because I have a high foot plates. I'm having some difficulty getting back on the thing. Having to make 2 attempts to get on the thing very often when I set off. So I'm going to have to practice that more, obviously. I just need more time on the thing, and I don't know why I don't, because I love it when I'm on it. But yeah, conscious riding it, conscious of the fact that I'm low time on it. So today will be 13 miles, I think. So that's good, but I really need to make a bit more practice. The other thing which I can't do still, and I've been riding for a while now, I can't ride it seated. I 3D printed a seat for it, and I can't ride it seated. So that's another skill I've got to develop. But otherwise, you know, it's I don't know, I guess at the end of the day, it's the important thing is that it's enjoyable to ride, and it's certainly that. So that's where we are. And so I don't know, I'm a very I don't know, most people riding UCs, particularly the ones that make YouTube videos, seem to ride it extremely keen, riding them all the time. And I seem to be a bit of an armchair merchant, but you know, I know, I'm retired, got my foibles, I've got to do what I want. Anyway, a nice cup of coffee. So I'm going to eat my all-day breakfast, and then probably film a bit more on the way home. Okay. Yeah. We're on our way again. Sorry?
On your travels now?
Yeah. Back off home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got all the toys.
You are, aren't you? Take care, see you soon.
Right, cheers, thank you. Right. We're in business. Might put the other headset on.
I'm going to have to stay here.
That's how you do it.
Isn't it?
Have you seen one of these before?
No, never.
Electric unicycle.
Terrifying.
Yeah. They only go 50 miles an hour, nothing to worry about.
Can you imagine going 50? What have you done on it?
30.
Have you? On what sort of a road?
Just sort of surface, regular road.
How do you stop?
You you just lean backwards. It's stable, so it's stable front to back. So if you lean back, it will go back. If you lean forward, it will go forward.
You've got a back protector on.
Yeah, and but it's not stable side to side like a bicycle, so you have to be moving.
Okay.
Otherwise, yes.
Has to be going on.
Yeah, you just year to learn or so, fall like about 100 times and you're away.
Okay. I'm intrigued, but I'm going to have to watch you go.
Okay, well I'll try not to run anybody over. Try not to run anybody over, as I'd say. Yeah, it's a bit ungainly when you're not moving. It's all right when you're moving.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, off we go then. There we go. Bumpy, far too bumpy, oh, screw. Far too bumpy.
11 kilometers per hour. 650 meters. Battery, 51%. Phone battery, 57%. 5 minutes
You alright? Good man. Right, we're up and away again. Battery's 49%. Funny how I don't like these corners. Kilometers an hour. I didn't set I didn't set EUC World to miles an hour, which was a mistake. Right. 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 So that was a nice ride, a nice breakfast, nice cup of coffee, sun shining. Can ask for no more than that. Hello. Hello. Right. 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 We go then. To the lodge. Bumps. Ooh. And away we go. go. We're home. Well, the ride on the Master went very well. Nice ride into Porthleven, and we had some events, didn't we? Yeah. So we had the guy pulling out on me. I mean, I was on the main road. He's coming out of a car park, effectively, and you know, you could have just mowed me down. It didn't really make any difference. I was on an EUC. Could have been on a bicycle. Could have been walking along to the side of the road. Could be in car, anything. He's just half asleep. And Cornwall's a tourist area, and we get absolute flood of tourists down at this time of year, and it's good for the county. It makes money for the county, and they're on holiday, a cheerful bunch. But you see idiots. You do see them, and I get a lot. I live on a busy junction here. You might notice as I came in, and this time of year, the number of stupid things you see going on at that junction. I've seen people, because it's the main A road, 60-mile-an-hour A road, very busy road, and I've seen people doing 3-point turns, you know, within 50 feet of that junction. I've seen people cut the corner. I've had a lot of accidents where people cut the corner at speed and come slamming into cars coming up. So we've had multiple accidents like that. I've had people doing 3-point turns in my drive, although I put a sign on the gate telling them not to, because, you know, it's not the best place. There's much better places to be doing turns, particularly when you're unfamiliar with the junction. But, you know, that aside. So anyway, so that was that. A few expletives there, which, I don't know, I'll probably delete them out of the video, but they seem appropriate for the time. Very nice ride. What have I learned from the ride today? Practice. You know, I was feeling like I hadn't been on the wheel for a while. I haven't. I've been riding the S18, and on the Master I haven't ridden it for, I don't know, well, long enough. I mean, the weather's been bad and all as well, but long enough that it made me feel distinctly unsteady, I suppose you could say, when I first set out. I settled down quite quickly, a couple of miles in, and I'd settled into it quite well. But one thing I did notice, I'm having trouble stepping up onto the thing again, which is a problem I had with the Master when I first got it. And although I was improving towards the end of the ride again, it's something I've got to practice. I mean, you can be riding 30-mile rides on here, but if you're not stepping up onto it over and over, then you're not getting any practice. So a bit more practice there. And if you notice, I made no attempt at seated riding. I've got a seat on the thing, no attempt at seated riding, and that's something else. I've 3D printed the seat with my 3D printer here, and you can see the seat here, and the seat came out very well, but I haven't made any real attempt to ride seated, and it's something I want to do. So that's another thing that came out of the ride. A couple of other things regarding the legality of riding. So I was riding on cycle paths, I rode on some pavements, I was riding on the road, and I know EUCs were not in mind when they were writing the road traffic law, so I think the law's a bit ambiguous on the subject. Some people say no, some people say it's okay. The fact is, EUCs are here, they're here to stay, people are going to ride them. So from my perspective, I ride where it's safest for me and it's safest for other people. On that road round Cold Rose, we had a cyclist wiped out the other day because, well, he was riding on the road, which was perfectly legal to do, but he wasn't riding on the cycle path that's right next to it. Probably because the grass is all grown, and if you're bare-legged, all that grass wicking down your legs isn't very pleasant, and the surface isn't very good. So if you're on a race bike, the tyres are very hard and the surface isn't suitable. But anyway, he got wiped out. Much better on the cycle path. And I tend to put EUCs in the same category as cycles. I certainly tend to go around at the same speeds, and the cycle path is the better place to be. Pavement, well, again, pavement or road. I prefer to be on the pavement than the A road. It rather depends on the road and the traffic, how narrow it is. But I can see the argument for not riding on pavements, scooters and that. They can be an absolute menace. Town centres and that, scooters buzzing around, children, dogs, I don't know, whatever. It's a nightmare. But it's a bit different down here because you haven't got pedestrians on the pavement. I mean, I was riding, you know, miles of pavement and not one pedestrian. And in town, I think I went past one pedestrian. But, you know, on this, you've got the option to go round them at a speed that they're doing. You know, and it's the same thing on the Penrose trail there. You ride along, when you get near people, you slow right down. You chat to them as you go by. You represent no hazard to them. So, you know, as long as you do slow down, which I do, because the aim is, I mean, people say they can they can ride past people with a little bit of speed on perfectly safely, and they probably can. In fact, they almost certainly can. But there's two problems with that. First of all, you might frighten them because you're coming up behind them. If you honk horns and bells, not everybody takes to that. They're going for a nice quiet walk with the dogs. They came on that walk to get away from the road traffic and stuff, and you honking them, and then they turn, and it's got this EUC thing bearing down on them. That can frighten people, so you don't want to do that. So that's why I have got a horn, but I don't use it. What I do is I slow down well before I get to the people. I usually say, hello, behind you, something like that. When they turn, you're going the same pace they are. So you don't frighten them, and you don't even startle them. In fact, what you do is you raise their curiosity about what on earth you're on, and you get that a lot. You know, what's that? How cool is that? I think is one phrase I heard on this trip. So that's cool. So nice ride, very scenic ride into Porthleven. Had an all-day breakfast at Porthleven, and an equally nice ride at home. All different terrains. So, like I say, we had road, pavement, cycle paths. We had a little bit across the grass on the way home. Bit soft grass. Can't ride on that in the winter because it gets too muddy. But also, interestingly, on the cycle path on the way home, they haven't cut the grass on the verges, so it's really cropped in, which makes those cycle paths a bit more difficult. The problem on the EUC, if you've got a bramble or something and it gets hooked under one of these foot plates, it can spin you round and off, which is the bit I'm really wary of. But even the tough grass, I've had it go in the foot plates and it's pulled me. I've been surprised. But the grass you usually ride through, a bramble you won't, it will actually turn you around. So, well, I've waffled enough. I've got to do some more riding. Thank you very much for watching and sticking it out to this point. I'm trying to put up a few more videos. I've been doing some other stuff as well, which is part of the reason I haven't been riding so much actually. Because my workshop here is new. This whole room, this whole workshop burnt to the ground a few years ago, and I put it back up. So we do an odd little tour here. We've got what I call my man cave area, the couch and the media and the music, and then my profession when I was working, I'm retired now, but I was a satcoms engineer at the satellite Earth station, Begode satellite Earth station up the road. I worked there my entire career, and I'm into microwave. So this is all microwave gear, microwave test bench. Got 3D printer, and I 3D print an awful lot of stuff. I'm a radio amateur, so we've got my call sign there. For the winter, wood burning stove, and this is sort of metalwork woodwork, because I've got a reasonable sized property, and for cost reasons really, although I enjoy getting away, I have to do most of my own maintenance. So we've got sturdy bench. This is all microwave. This is like I said, it's my metalwork woodwork bench, but it's covered in microwave test gear at the moment. So stuff up there tends to work. Stuff up here is work in progress. My pillar drill, and then you've got all the Sealy, all my Sealy cabinets. Got my DVT collection along the top. Got tools along the middle, and the table in the middle is video streaming, video editing. I'm going to be doing some copying from Umatic and VHS to DVD soon, so this is what this is all about. So some of this is some analog video stuff, but a lot of it's done on the computer as well, and various tripods and things for the same. So that's my workshop.